you can hear us nice and loud.
Find out. They'll tell us.
Yeah, they will always tell us. Aha!
Stream always opens with a bit of a scream.
Yes. Can you hear us? I hope yes. I think I just have to maybe turn on the mic a bit more. All right. Cool. Well, no sound at all. You should hear us. It's spiking. So quiet. Aha. I am turning up the gain.
Uh-huh.
See, it wouldn't be a stream without technical difficulties.
Never.
Very quiet still. Okay, let me turn on. I just don't wanna destroy anyone's eardrums. So I'm doing this very slowly as I'm monitoring it.
Yeah. Plus you change the direction on how the mic caps the sound. Like I've played with this one before. It's tough.
Yeah.
A little.
All right. Do you hear us? We just have to shout at people.
Maybe.
Much better. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the weekly Generation Zero dev stream. I am Carney, community manager. You are?
And I'm Zach. I've been working as the product owner, or product manager for the last 3 years on the game.
3 years.
Yeah.
Not as long as I have.
Been joining us every once in a while.
Hello. Yes, hello, Systemic Reaction. Hello, Amanda. Also here. Nice to see you all. Thank you so much for showing up. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you here, Zach. And I'm sure people are very excited to ask you all the questions about when you will fix the game and fix the crashes.
Yeah.
So what?
I just got to put in 2 lines of code.
Just crashes false.
Yes.
Yes. No, but we'll get into that in a bit. First of all, have a look at our new Q&A overlay. Isn't it beautiful? It was made by our marketing artist. Yeah, it's very fancy. It's got a lot of texture to it and a lot of depth.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll just run through this real quick at the start of the stream, and then we'll get right into the questions. Casually waiting to see what's new. Well, we have some things to tell you about what's new, and other things we won't. But you'll find out. That's the fun of my job.
Hard limits, Diego. We're doing some hard limits today. Okay.
That's the fun of my job. I get to decide what I tell people and what I don't.
I just follow the rules while I'm here, joining your stream.
Yeah, we do our best, and then whatever. All right. So yeah, after the 29th patch, which was the Guerrilla research update, we had a lot of feedback from players, and you all liked the augmentation a lot. Weapon augmentation was received very well. I was super happy to see all the outpouring on social media and people saying, oh, the 2 to 5 crown weapons are super fun now.
Yeah.
And of course, wanting to see it for the experimental weapons as well, which is something we decided not to do yet.
Constant debate.
Yeah, it is a constant debate. Right now, for those who don't know, right now we are not looking into doing this because we don't know the ramifications that would have by combining the augmentation powers with the experimental powers. As far as I understand it, that would lead to some really unexpected behaviors, and we wanted to really instead focus on making the so far a bit weaker weapons more fun and more, I guess, different to play with.
Yeah.
And my favorite one, as those who have read the Resistance Report newsletter know, is the Trick Shot Master, where if you jump, you get a damage bonus with shotguns and with melee weapons, but I use it on my shotgun, and so you can just bunny hop around the battlefield. This
is how I play a lot of shooters. I actually like to jump around and play like that as well, but I haven't done that configuration in Gen Z yet.
Oh, you definitely should. It's so much fun.
Because I had some fun moments where it's I'm in a big battle and I just kind of peek around the corner and I blasted a hunter like right in the knees. And I like jump around stuff. And, like, that particular one was wild because it looked like I shot him in the knees and he tripped and fell over because of it, but he just died.
You kneecapped him. Oh no!
I did. It felt great, just the right
Yeah, imagine if you jumped around the corner.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh,
Could have one of those slow motion, uh, slow motion like moments.
Gen Zero, the Max Payne edition. So I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Let's not try not to give people too many false hopes today.
Craziest crossover. No, I've seen worse.
How are we? I'm doing well. How are you, Zach?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. This is,
It's good
I forget how refreshing it is to come in here and talk about the game
Oh, yes, we
and
love.
see people talking to us live. I love it.
Yeah, there's so many people here already. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yes, but of course, with an update come possible bugs, and we did spot some bugs this time around. Specifically, one bug where if you refilled something with gasoline, you had to tap it instead of being able to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a new one that I've never seen before this patch.
Kind of like real life.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how you fill your gas tank, but
I-
usually you hold it once.
I've happily not owned a car for 13 years, so
But yes, that is already fixed for the next update. Luckily, the next update releases soon. TM. We haven't announced when it will be, but it is soon, very soon. And then you won't have to do that anymore. Same thing for the inventory selection bug. That is a specifically annoying one, and
Yeah.
we realize that, especially when it comes to accidentally scrapping weapons you didn't mean to. That, of course, is very frustrating, and we apologize that you had to go through that. But of course, we sat right down, we got to it, and it is also fixed for the next update. That's
that was a bit of a weird. It affected everything.
it did affect everything.
I remember loading up the game on my PS5 that weekend, and I'm just like, wait, what is going on? I looted that
Just
already.
general confusion.
Yeah. So you're not alone.
Huh. What do you like most about the game? That's a great question. Out of all the things we've added over the years,
all the things we've added over the years,
or that were already available at release, maybe it's one of those.
oof, this is a tough one. Because I've had a lot of fun with the motorbikes when we were developing those. But I say the thing that lasts for me, even when I come back to play around the game on my personal accounts, is just the experimental weapons. Like they're so much fun. It's just like just the right amount of sci-fi for me that's fit into the world. And the last batch that we put out through Thomas, our designer, he came with that batch. Like they were a lot of fun, and they filled a bunch of gaps of like combat that people wanted to do something with. That like the artillery rifle, I think, is one of my favorites.
Oh,
the
that's
newest
so
edition, just because I would just sit back and just blast base assault walls with it. I was like, all right, fine, I got a breach point, let's go. And then I get mowed down and killed. And
The person who usually joins me on these streams, Cesar, one of my moderators, who plays with me the game, he always uses that. And whenever I'm walking somewhere during a stream, I suddenly hear the
yeah,
explosions around me.
yeah, it's great. It's like it just gets bigger the farther it goes, and it's got that punch to it.
Yeah.
A lot of our sounds and effects too, and guns and stuff. That's one of the things I really like about the game.
It's actually, I think, my favorite part about the game is the way the sound design really takes you in and captures you every moment of the game that you play.
Absolutely, it's like one of the most consistent points of feedback that has been since day one, even when we had hiccups at launch and up until this point. Game's been live for 4.5 years, and people are still throwing us compliments around the soundscape and the visuals and everything, and it's just
Understandably.
yeah, we employ wizards here.
A few of
I
us
love 'em.
surely are. Yes.
Yeah,
Full auto shotgun when. We do have discussions every once in a while about new weapons that we could add to the game, and I think there have been some ideas thrown around, but it's very difficult to do that. Has been in the past, still is. I think it's fair to say that we're not quite done adding weapons to the game yet. In whichever form that might be, I'm pretty sure you can see some new weapons in the upcoming updates.
yeah.
While we're all here, can we mention some other bugs we found? Well, I've mentioned a couple of those. You can see them on the screen. Another one would be invisible NPCs. That
Yeah.
one is not fixed yet because we haven't quite been able to reproduce it yet, but we are aware of it and we're
Hmm.
looking into it currently for a future update after this one.
Yeah.
Another few bugs that come to mind that are surely something the community has reminded us about is the safe houses disappearing, which happens mainly on PS4 or also PS5, I think, where people lose their safe houses when they start the game, basically. That one is also a really annoying one for us.
Yeah.
We have not been able to reproduce it thus far. So, yeah, if you have any more information about this bug, please let us know in the forums. Attach all the evidence you can
Yeah.
to try and help us reproduce it, because reproducing is the first step towards fixing a bug. Without reproduction, it's very hard to do.
Yeah. And we do read stuff. Like
Yeah.
you read as much everything that you get your hands on. I'm reading as much as it's hard for me to keep up with Discord every day, but I definitely read everything that comes through, like, Steam reviews and the discussion boards, and as much as the forums as I can, get on a weekly basis too. And we try to get as much as that as we can to the team. Especially, it helps us the most, as Diego said, is getting those crash reports, getting the bug descriptions, all of that.
Very important, yes. Another bug in the same vein is the one where you get a lot of AG4s from harvesters.
I thought people loved AG.
They do now because they use it to get a lot of weapon parts for their for their augmentation designs.
So should we fix it?
Well,
I'm just kidding.
that one is also one that is hard for us to reproduce. So again, if you have any information about it, please let us know. But we are, of course, aware of it and are still looking into it. And the last thing I wanted to mention here is, of course, general crashes and performance. It's been an issue, and lately I think it has slightly. We have gotten more reports about it, and we do want to reassure you that we are focusing a lot of resources on crash fixes and performance improvements, especially in the upcoming couple of updates. So in those releases, you can definitely see an improvement.
It's something we're always keeping an eye on, actually. With each update, we try to reduce those. And I think we've made some, not concrete, but significant steps in the way that we try to break them down on our end, because there was some. I'm trying to figure out ways to describe this because my layman brain can't speak code speak. And there was some core issues that, when we're building stuff and then testing it, there was some layers that kind of obfuscated or like made it like blurry for us to understand how bugs were starting to happen, especially with the crashes and stuff. But we've figured out ways in the last couple of months to peel back those layers, or at least get rid of them in some way. So what we're having more discussions lately, but it's looking more and more bright for us to be able to nail these out earlier, and for them to get less kind of, how to say it, like ingrained in the code, like for us to miss them basically. So yeah, that's why I'm excited. I mean, how do you not get excited for bug fixing? Yeah. Usually people are like, more content. But no, I think the next couple updates, as you said, should be quite interesting in that regard.
Yes, absolutely. As for performance, you guys should make a podcast. I love that.
Isn't that what we're doing?
Yes, that's basically,
just a few clicks away.
I don't know if Zach is a very busy man. I don't know if it can reserve him for an hour every week, but I'll try and get him
every 2 weeks
as often as I can.
Let's try that first.
I'll try and get him as often as I can to do one of these Q&A sessions. Yes. As for performance, something that has been mentioned a lot lately is, of course, the 60 FPS on PlayStation. As you know, we added that to our roadmap for 2023, and as some of you know, we've mentioned this on stream and on social media before, we will not be able to make 2023 for those fixes, basically, or for those improvements that are required to achieve 60 FPS on PlayStation. But I also, again, want you to know that it is a heavy focus of ours, and we are looking into getting it bright and early next year.
Yep. We have people looking solely at that to make sure that it happens. So something we're targeting for early next year.
I love that.
Yes. Yes.
When will Zach grant his adoring public what they truly want? The Hunter Sword. Yes. Hunter Sword, when?
Oh yeah. Oh, I guess someone was just talking to me about this the other day. Yeah,
I have mentioned this before.
I would love that one. I think one of the things that's always been, I'd say, a fantasy of mine is like, playing around with the machine's weapons a bit more. But there is a lot of technical things that would be difficult. But something like that is definitely a curiosity because it's static. We have the feature sets to do something like that. Yeah, I think that's an argument we can have.
Yeah, we'll talk to designers again.
Yeah,
give them some cookies. Just
sharp metal cookies. Yes.
Thanks for the game in general. Oh, that's nice. I always recommend it to anyone who is looking for something new to play.
Yeah,
that's lovely. Thank you so much for the lovely words. I've seen some other compliments towards the game and towards Zach in chat before, so thank you for the kind words. We appreciate it.
Yes.
It always helps a ton when you put a lot of work into a project, any project really, but of course in games it's especially the case when you put 4 or 5 years into improving a game over time.
Yeah.
It really, really helps us out to see that people appreciate what we do with it and where we're going with it. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I like the good and the bad reads. We take all the good stuff, definitely. Well, the good and the bad stuff to the team.
Yeah.
Try to fix the bad stuff, and we just hug the good stuff.
Bought the collector's edition. Followed the game. What have I missed? Whoa. When did you stop playing?
Yeah.
Followed for 2 to 3 years, so only the last year you missed. Yeah, I mean, what did we release in the last year? Motorbikes, weapon augmentation,
Companion,
yeah, you now have a friendly machine that helps you fight.
Yeah.
That is quite a good one.
Some weapons, some equipment packs as well.
Weapon skins.
Weapon skins is a feature now, yeah. We got a bunch of free ones.
You have quite a bit of stuff that you missed.
Yeah. We do this every year. Like towards the end of the year, we summarize stuff for the company, and then we realize, oh my god, we've done so much stuff.
We've done so much, and there's still so much to be done.
Then we look 4 years back, and we're like, wow, different game.
I think we need more missions or DLC that gives us more story. That is definitely something. If not the most requested thing over the years, that we haven't gotten to do yet. It is definitely something we are looking into, I want to say. For our plans for next year do include bringing you some new narrative content in one way or another. I'm not saying it'll be a DLC or, I'm not going to be too specific about what it is yet because we're figuring out a lot of it still ourselves.
Yeah.
But we are definitely looking into, giving you more story and telling in general, telling more stories of Östertörn because people want to hear them clearly.
Yeah, and our team is really excited to tell more stories in Östertörn as well.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Like what I can say is that we have been we nailed down a framework of what we want to do, and now it's about us hashing out the details and planning all that work. But I'm not going to get into timelines or more detail than that because I don't want to digress too far.
It's still very much up for change, and we don't want to promise anything too soon before we know specifics ourselves. Next episode of Generation Zero, the Iron Church. They will never let this go. They will never forget about the Iron Church.
I love the Iron Church. That's one of my favorite things. Because when I loaded onto the project, it took me a while to catch up with all the details and the narrative and stuff. And then that was when we were also pushing out some periodic missions in late 21, early 22.
Hmm.
And that's when I started to catch up to like some of the newer stuff, and that was when I was like, "What is this?" And like Amanda, or narrative-driven design person at the time, she started telling me about it. I was like, "This is amazing! I love this little detail in
Iron
here."
Church.
It's just they just want to sit there and pump iron, like,
Yeah.
and
There's a whole
save the
thing
world.
around it in the community.
Yeah,
There's a whole conspiracy going on. We need play. That is not something we are working on.
unfortunately not. Yeah, it is a that is a big thing.
Big undertaking
Yeah,
that would halt basically everything else
yeah,
that we're working on, and we do have other things that we want to show you within the next year or so. So that
yeah.
is sadly not something we can prioritize right now. Yes,
Iron Church versus the Russian
everybody
machines.
wants to see it.
Yes, giving them
So many good
so much
ideas.
narrative.
Yeah, I see so many good ideas in chat right now. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Hello, Citron. Welcome to stream. Welcome to chat. Thank you for stopping by. We always appreciate it. Let me just check. No developments. Oh yeah, and Master Azure, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. 10 months. That's a lot of time.
Lovely.
Yeah, see, this is why I have the second
Yeah,
channel
yeah,
open.
yeah. You were just telling me about the Twitch Prime stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Are there any other things we missed? There should be exosuits that increase our movement. To be honest, you are already very fast if you have both the movement speed skills, so
They stack up. I think you get close to the speed of a bicycle, even.
if you get more speed on that, you just have a
Yeah.
person like running through
Yeah.
the countryside at 70 kilometers an hour.
Yes, we have a Usain Bolt simulator as well.
With the skills, it's very much, I think, enough movement speed.
Hmm.
But speaking of skills, there is something else on our roadmap. If you have seen that one, that we is a Steam stream supposed to be live. It's just loading. Oh no!
Yeah.
See, technical difficulties. I told you it has.
It's got a stream without it.
It says streaming to me. You know, turn it off and on again. That usually helps.
It's just like the router at home. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's a solution for everything.
For the skills, there is a skill revamp that we do have planned right now, and that is currently on our roadmap for 2023. But as you may have been able to infer from previous conversations, and that is also not something that is coming this year. We have not talked too much about it since we put out the roadmap, so maybe that was already kind of a hint. It was always going to be a very tight fit, and unfortunately other things had to be prioritized over it. It is planned for next year, but we do not currently have a timeline for when it's going to be there.
Yeah, that was something that we really wanted to do, and we still want to do. We have wanted to do in the past as well. We just want to do it the right justice, and that's why we think it's more necessary to wait on it rather than rush it out the door and complicate the metagame, and make it something that's a bit different than we originally hoped. So
also, it's important to emphasize that this is not us tweaking some number in the skills.
No.
This is us completely raising the skill system to the ground and building it back up with something that aligns more with how we envision Generation Zero to be played.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, what the game's turned into over the last 4.5 years. So
exactly. It has to reflect that.
It's a different game now, yeah.
Absolutely. And so there is a lot of work that has already gone into it, and there is a lot of work that has yet to go into it. So we really wanted to take that extra time to make sure we nail it and, of course, be able to test it adequately before we release it. So yeah, that is something for next year as well.
Two streams of conversation. sorry.
This is for me. Don't.
Okay. I gotta read this.
That's just the big one. Would that mean all the skills on our current characters would be refreshed? Well, you would most likely just earn back skill points if skill points will still be a thing. yes, you would just be reset in this new system, and then be able to allot your points again. Understandable. Don't want people to just be able to blur through the map. Well, oh, with the movement speed, I think that was in reference to. Yes. Well, with motorbikes, you can kind of do that. You can go pretty fast.
Yeah.
Fast enough, I'd say.
So you got to stick to the roads, but yeah. And then you can launch yourself, I guess, a little bit. Yeah, because we have the BMX area.
Oh yes, we do.
Yeah, I remember that one in
The jump over like 5 or 6 cars.
Yeah,
Too. That's great.
I love that one. It's like a little Evil Knievel.
For me, it was like a the intro of Ghost Rider.
Kit.
Can you increase the skill cap? No, that's not something we're gonna do. It's just, as we said, we're working on a complete revamp, and it wouldn't really make sense for us to make any other tweaks to the current system while we're working on this new system.
Yeah, I misread that as level cap, and I was like, but
Oh
we did
yeah,
that already.
no, the level cap is 10,000.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's reached that yet, unless.
No, we've had some people get decently far, but not I haven't seen anyone get all the way yet.
I love seeing that question. I think it's always Death Driver that asks it. When do we get the Flock Moped? Well, we might do it at some point. Who knows? It might be something we want to look into. We do have a new vehicle on our roadmap, so who knows? Who knows?
I don't know.
It might happen. Will plunder and recycling get more storage? Good question.
Yeah, I think this is something we're also looking into. It's something that I have seen a lot of feedback in the community around, and I've been talking with the team as well, and trying to show the motivations behind it, and then we look at if there's any technical issues, because oftentimes when we think it's just change the number,
Yeah.
it doesn't always turn out that way. There's so many systems interconnected that we got to make sure that we don't break something when we do it. So, but it is something that we are contemplating and figuring out what it means for if it has any knock-on effects on the metagame or whatever else in between. I don't want to speak too much into it because I'm not going to do all the justice for the reasoning that the design team has for one position or the other, but there are conversations around that going.
Absolutely, yes. Is crafting getting another revamp? Well, I think Matt, our systems or resource designer, is looking into more balancing for the crafting costs and the crafting outputs, stuff like that. But
systems and economy designer.
Yeah.
This is
that's
specialty.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. But it is still a ways out. Again, we do have other things that we're prioritizing right now, and it's not just as simple as tweaking some numbers when you're designing an entire currency system or an entire.
Yeah, he's a really talented guy. He's got like most of the weapon and bullet economy like simulated in an Excel sheet somewhere. So it's like playing around with it and
it's very in depth.
Yeah, he knows the stuff. Need C4 in bulk. How do
C4 in bulk?
Yeah.
More storage, more crafting output. Well, get the materials. Miss Begin, did you find how to fix the phantom sounds that sometimes happen? That bug has been around since release.
Yeah, we've heard about this one a few times, and my suspicion is that there was like a few permutations of similar bugs, and then there might be something else going on that we haven't found yet. But I think it was either things not despawning properly, or sometimes enemies would fall through the map and then they would make noise down there, and since you can't technically see them and get to them, that's how it would make this phantom sound. But it's not, we haven't fixed that bug only once, so I'm not gonna say that we've solved it completely, because when something's recurring like that,
do not fix that bug, please. Well, if you don't, okay,
it adds to the fear.
It is something for future updates to look into. Have you ever said why it takes so long to make a roadmap? I think they are referring to a dev letter that I promised them, and
Hmm.
that dev letter is still happening.
Yeah.
We are just revising the last few versions of it,
Yeah.
basically. It's basically just fixing grammar and wording.
Yeah.
So that dev letter is very much happening. We're just
Hmm.
editing it, so it'll be out soon, TM.
Yeah. And that, I mean, there was the dev letter, like this year, the dev letter we did a little later than we did the year before as well. And I can boil that up to me being the blocker on that one and talk about it because,
Yes, it's your fault.
no, no, no. In all seriousness, you can say it was my fault, and we can talk about it. Like there was many things moving around at the beginning of the year, and we didn't want to overcommit on too many things and get it wrong. We wanted to make sure that we had the right things in order that we could communicate around, and that is things that I was sorting out with the team and with management and figuring out like where things should go and why, and the resources we had to execute on any of those things as well. So that's what got us. I think it was what middle of the year we did this year. I can't
The
remember the
roadmap?
the roadmap. Yeah, it was June, July.
Yeah, just after the middle of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
And still, even though we were very sure of what we did deliver in the roadmap, you can see that we still got some things wrong.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that just speaks again to the fact that it's all very hard to pin down.
yeah.
And even when you take a lot of time, there's still a chance
Yeah.
that it just won't work that way.
Development's hard. Um, no matter where you go, what project you're on, no matter how like if it's especially live games, it's like building the train tracks as you're riding it,
I,
and cooking a meal in the back, and it really. Like, I've worked on smaller projects in mobile, and there's still a lot of same
Mm.
problems that we've cropped up on Gen Z or other projects I've seen internally that I've seen on more simplified things there, and it's a constant battle. So
I think I have seen a picture of what it's like to be a game dev where the first little part is, oh, this is so fun. And then the rest of it is, how does any game ever get released? That
yeah,
has very much been my experience. Of course, it's still fun.
yeah, of course.
Obviously, we love our jobs. But it's very much that sentiment of this is way more complicated than I thought before I actually joined and got a look behind the curtain.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then we work on proprietary tech, so and every company it's always different. Like
Mm,
what are the pitfalls and what are the benefits, and sometimes you don't find those out until 2 years later. So yeah,
absolutely. All right. Let's get to some new things that are happening right now.
like the Krampus Reaper skin.
Like don't
We're not doing that.
no,
I
we're
just
not
love
doing
the
it.
idea.
Don't, things that are happening right now, and then you say the Krampus Reaper skin. No,
Sorry, distracting.
terrible. No, there is no Krampus Reaper skin. Although that is a killer idea. I love that. We'll write that down.
Yeah,
Can you write
yeah,
that
yeah.
down for me?
Put a little Santa
Yeah,
hat on it
thank
too.
you. So the things that are happening right now is the Steam Autumn Sale. It has been going on for I think about 24 hours now, and you can get really good discounts right now. That is insane. You got 80% on the base game and up to 65% on the
Hmm.
DLCs. Specifically, for example, the two story DLCs are 65% off, which places them just about at $3, I think.
Yeah,
Which
something like that. It's depend on region, but yeah, something
yeah, of
three
course.
350. I can't remember off the top. I'm bad
Isn't it your job to do math?
at math. Yeah, but I do it in Excel sheets and it does a lot of it for me. So
Ah,
it's
it does
great.
it for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
fair. I should have had
people
an
give me
Excel sheet
templates.
open on this
Yeah,
screen. Sorry.
no, I just
For next time.
mhm.
But yes, it's the perfect time to get yourself an early Christmas gift, get your friend an early Christmas gift. You know how we emphasize that playing with your friends is always the most fun. So get your friends in it, tell them about it. Steam sale is on now, and it'll be on until the 17th, I believe. It's
Yeah.
1 week.
Yeah, $5 or €5 or equivalents.
Whatever equivalent currency. Yes, that is something we had to mention.
Yeah.
And of course, the Dare Drop campaign, we've announced this on social media for all the content creators out there. It is, I think, a really, really fun way to get into creating content and getting rewarded for it. You can earn a lot of game keys and DLC keys that you can give away to your community, or of course activate for yourself if you want. And basically, you just go sign up on Daredrop for the Generation Zero campaign. You can complete these challenges called dares, where, for example, you have to record yourself narrating your gameplay like David Attenborough for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's one of the dares. You can do that. If you have a voice like Zach, you can go make a really nice Generation Zero live video
Yeah.
and upload that, and then
Practice the British accent.
we'll get around to that. And you can upload that and get some really cool rewards. So sign up. I should have probably set up a link for this on the stream, but if Amanda's still here, I'm sure she can paste the link. That thing is still active. Yes.
She might still be lurking.
She might. Will the game ever be crossplay? Again, it's not something that we're focusing on right now, but of course, we would like more people to be able to play with each other. That is a no-brainer for a PvE co-op game. Again, it's a ton of effort, so right now it's not something we're looking into. Ah, yes. Thank you, Amanda. I dare you to click this link. Amazing. If you're a content creator, click this. Where is it on Twitch? Is it here? Here, somewhere. It's somewhere. Click it.
My mom told me not to click links from strangers.
Well, now is the one exception to that.
Oh, okay. Because we know Amanda? I don't know.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Now I'm more suspicious.
All right. We have some question marks here, too.
We do.
And
that's right.
The people who have been following our social media already have a tiny little hint at what this question mark could refer to.
Did I even figure it out?
Yes, quite a lot. It was pretty obvious.
Okay.
Like, I didn't make it too hard on them,
Okay.
but I did ramp up to it a little bit. Where first I posted a very cryptic transmission that was just F1FFY.
Okay.
That was the F1FFY protocol activated, and the next little hint was a red container outside our office with some numbers on the side.
Yeah, I remember that. We were doing a show and tell. And
Yes.
you did a double joke with it.
I'm so proud of my Photoshop skills for that. That was all me. I know it's not perfect, but I
thought it was perfect.
I
I had a great laugh on that. For anyone, no one knows what we're talking about. Maybe Amanda, but we do show and tells every week or two about what people are working on. And we do a theme for the GIF to make, keep the slideshow fun, because it's slideshows.
no.
You got to make them fun. And
people are going to criticize me.
Oh, it was great. I thought it was great. That's fine. But the theme was heavy metal, so the big heavy metal crate is what your GIF was. And I was laughing in the back and trying not to disrupt the meetings.
Who validates that the dare was completed? That is the people from Daredrop. You just submit it to them, and they look at all the content that's submitted. I don't know how they do it. They must have some machines working for them in the background. I've expressed my concern about that. I hope they don't rebel, but I don't know how they do it. But yes.
Isn't that answer right there?
Well,
machines working for them?
It might be.
Yeah.
Yes, but the thing that was in the container, I don't want to drag it out any further, was the Generation Zero. You want to hold it up?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Pick plushie that we're working on together with Makeship. This has been a long time in the making. I've been wanting to do it for 4 years, and I just started doing it a couple months ago.
I'm trying to get the best angles here.
The best, maybe hold it a bit closer. See every detail.
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of discoloring because of the camera and stuff. But yeah.
Oh, no.
It's actually orange, but it doesn't.
It's orange. Believe me.
It might change colors because of the lighting in here, but it's even got.
Well, it is plush, so I think it's a bit reflective here. It's very.
Don't want to show that. This is a family show.
Yes, we have worked on this for quite some time, going over many iterations and designs together with Makeship, and we're so happy to finally be able to present this to everyone.
It's got fun details. You can see his face. He's got a face.
Yeah, it's got a little face. Look at it. So The way that this works is, for those who don't
Two
attack me,
killer claws.
I'm getting flashbacks to my first time in the bunkers.
Yeah. Did you bring your bat? No.
Uh,
Sledgehammer.
I have a spoon over there. I'll grab it if it's necessary.
Now we have to add the spoon to the game. Great. Great.
So the way that not Dairdrop, sorry, makeship
Too many
works.
announcements today.
Yeah, it's I'm mixing them all up. The way that makeship works is we have to sell a certain amount of these plushies in order for them to be produced and shipped out. So we have to sell 200 of these, which I don't think is too hard.
No.
We can do 200. We have 200 fans. Not that you're not a fan if you don't buy it. It's fine.
Are they?
Oh no. No. Oh no, I already see the headline. Cheesy devs discriminate against
True fans.
people who can't spend $30. Yes, it'll be $30 or $29.99, and it's worldwide shipping. So wherever you are in the world, you can order one. And again, if 200 people order it, it gets shipped out to all of you next year, early next year. And if not, you get your money back. Obviously, we don't want to just take your money and then be like, oh no, we failed. Oh well.
Yeah.
No, it will get sent out, I think. And I actually noted. I actually have here a note with a viewer called Wildcard Wolfie. If you're in chat right now, I remember you 2 months ago. 2 months ago, you promised me that if we ever did a plushie, you would buy 300 of them.
Yeah.
So Wildcard Wolfie, I have you. I'm watching you. I'm waiting for that proof.
300 of these. It'd be like the tick bug all over again. Just poof.
Yeah, exactly. Just have them swarming. You could fill like a small bedroom with them.
Would you crash reality if you did that? Crashed our game.
I
when we had
hope
the
not.
tick bug.
I really hope
Infinite
not.
ticks.
For those of you wondering where the link for this is, the link is not up yet. We will post it as soon as the campaign. Oh yeah, I should probably mention when they can actually do this.
Yeah, because it hasn't started yet.
It has not started yet. It starts on the 1st of December. So in about 10 days,
Yeah.
you can already get your hands on one of these fluffy boys. Well, you
Plan
can
to. You can
yeah,
plan
you
to
can,
get
you
your
can
hands on it.
you can commit to getting your hands on one of them. As I said, they will be sent out early next year.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so happy. I cannot express. Can I have it back, please? Thank you. They are insanely soft, and I am obsessed with this one. I have called it Terrence after Terry the Tick that we blew up when we first introduced when we first introduced the remote controlled tick equipment. The first one we blew up, I named Terry the Tick, so this is Terrence in his honors.
Sounds like a very emotional stream you had that day.
Yeah, I still remember.
It's like, poor Terry.
But yes, he's very squishy, very soft. Please buy him. I would hate for them to not get sent out. I hope you are all on board with this. And also, please share the announcement that goes out in 17 minutes on all our social platforms.
I think for Forever 49 needs to buy 2 if he wants to make tick shoes. But
If you want to make tick shoes,
if your feet are small enough, yeah, I think you could. I never thought about it that way.
sure,
But
yeah, you can do that.
It's almost there.
You'll have to buy 2, but
Yeah.
oh, hi, nice background. Thank you, Matt Chaser. Our amazing marketing artist Simon did it, and I think it is just gorgeous. But yes. Does it do the screech? It does not. I really wanted to like put a little, button in here. When you press it, it does a little tick screen.
Yeah, this model you have to
Unfortunately, that's not an option with these plushies. I'm so sorry.
bring your own sound effects. Unfortunately,
Yeah, you have to make them yourself.
yeah. But yeah, no. This is our first endeavor trying this out with Gen Z. So we'll see how it goes. Who knows? Maybe if they fly off the shelves, then maybe we do make one with sound effects. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's an option. This is a collaboration with Makeship.
Yes.
As you described. So we have to see if that's even possible.
Making our own merch? Yeah, maybe. I have already seen people ask for a Lynx plushie as well. which I would love, a little ball, you know. You
Oh
should keep
yeah.
it in room.
My head was mixing up the machines, of which one's which. I was like, that's too big.
The wolf,
Yeah,
real size.
yeah.
Get a
Yeah, we might get some government agencies after us if we start doing that. So let's
get on a list.
step at a time, Dick.
But yeah, I mean, the Lynx as a little ball plushie,
Yeah.
that would be amazing. Again, if this one succeeds, we'll look into it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to get models of the tank and harvesters. Oh, that would be great.
Life-size tank
And,
plush.
Life-size tank plushie.
I'd love to see how the thing stands up on its own.
That
but
would
yeah.
that would be a full bed.
Yeah,
You could
that's-
just
it's more of like that'll fit in the garage.
yeah. I guess this is pretty much 1-to-1. I think with how big the in-game ticks are.
Yeah,
Can't guarantee that the other ones would be
yeah.
that big as well though.
That, 'cause the shirt.
Hoodie with a tank on the back. Yeah, see, the ideas are already rolling in, but yeah, we have to do a lot of research. Hunter statue, love that. Amazing. Keep them coming. Keep all the ideas.
Yeah,
Keychains,
keychains and stuff.
chibi firebird.
Yeah,
I love those. I love those so much.
chibi fire.
I should have had a big picture on the back. See, we're learning for future streams. For if we ever do another plushie, I'll have a big picture that just covers the whole stream, and then our face is very small in the.
I do like the Firebird though. You could do like a little kawaii, like
Whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
Yes. Gnome tick plushie. Love it. Yes.
terrifying, but yeah.
Terrifying, but I guess that's the point. Rocket launcher. You just want us to sell rocket launchers? I don't think we're
A
allowed.
plushy rocket launcher, perhaps.
That's different. I don't know if they want to sell. You know, I don't think we can get permission to sell rocket launchers.
Not real ones, no. I don't think the Swedish government would like that very much.
Held back by law again.
Yeah.
Every step of the way.
Lynx chairs. Yeah,
Lynx
I can see how you
chairs.
can make that connection.
Yeah. Yeah, I can totally see that. It'd be like, you know, we'll have a little cutout in the middle. Or maybe beanbags.
Mhm.
Beanbags could also be a thing. In re- in real life KVM? No, we can't sell functional weaponry, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not that we haven't tried, but
Yeah, I don't think the company's bought out a weapons manufacturer yet. So
No.
we're not there.
yet.
No, yet.
Does it have C4 attached to it? Not as far.
No. It does. It kind
I
of.
haven't found the detonator yet.
No, please. Let's not find it.
But yeah, let's show it again in its full. Oh my god, the green screen is making it gray now.
Oh, that's what it's doing. The green screen. Okay, I forget.
Yes, that's yeah. If you if you look at it very closely, you can. Yeah, I'll just show the gray part. The gray part. That's not bad.
Yeah.
See, it has a little face. It has some wires connected to it. On the side, it has these little gears that I love, and in the back, it has the 3 cables running down, and it has all these little details, like the little screws. And on the top, it has a little vent,
Yeah.
and what looks like a CPU socket. I don't know. I don't know if that's something you want to
Yeah, we'd have
install
to.
outside your protective
It's not-
layer.
Not functional, but
Yeah, it's not, unfortunately. You can't plug it into anything, make it hack stuff.
yeah.
That would just be great. A little hacker tool that looks like a tick. You can just plug it into the PC and it'll hack it.
There you go. Now we can do a RC version of that one too.
And the little legs, of course. I forgot to mention the legs.
I
Look
was
at
asking where's the fuel
the
tank.
little legs.
That's a good question, actually.
We might have had to replace the fuel tank with something.
Yeah. We did have to. We went through a lot of iterations,
Yeah.
and I think there was the limitation of the medium. Let's say so. Building plushies, there's limitations that you have based on I think it was like weight and shape, because you can see as he's squeezing it, it doesn't always stay as rigid and everything. So you can only do so many things at once. But this was our favorite so far. So I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
that's where the gas tank.
There were also some dimensions that we
Yeah.
had to stay inside of. So I think, yeah, it might have just been lost in these edits.
Yeah.
But I think the end result is just gorgeous. It's a prototype tick with armor.
Yep,
Well, yes.
it's the prototype version.
Well, yeah, it doesn't really, you know. has the normal armor. Phoenix tank as a speaker that you can carry around. Just, have it on your. Oh wait, there's a stretch. Oh, there's a stretch. You have to take a picture of it and post it on Discord. Well, yes,
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
he'll be visiting all our social media channels. Won't you,
Yes,
Terrence?
he'll be there. Terrence will be there. But yes, we have a stretch. So on Twitch, you can gain these chat points
Huh?
by watching streams for a certain amount of time, and you can redeem them to give little challenges. And this one was a stretch. So you can participate if you want,
Yeah.
but it's just as a reminder for me and for everybody in chat to do a little stretch and fix their posture every once in a while. It's very important,
That is true. That's true.
especially when you spend a
They're
lot
so-
of time in front of a PC.
Luckily, we have standing desks at the office, so we get to.
Oh, yeah, they are wonderful.
Yeah.
For Christmas, could you disguise the tanks as Santa Claus or something else?
Big Santa hat on it. Yeah.
No, but we do have something else in store
We do.
for Christmas this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's,
The holidays, let's say. Yeah.
yeah, the holiday season, true. And I think it's at least as fun as having Santa Claus tanks.
Yeah.
I don't want to spill too much yet.
We could say what? You can have fun with your friends on that one? Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Yeah.
For those of you asking for PvP, you're getting something there.
We said not too much.
It's fine. They'll I want to give them something to speculate about,
course.
you know?
Play Christmas music to draw us in. Yeah, we'll have Mariah Carey just on the next stream.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Get copyright struck immediately.
Plush apocalypse tick with a little
Apocalypse
tail.
tick? Yeah, with a
Yeah.
scorpion tail. But yeah, someone mentioned it earlier. They are called myran in Swedish, so they are technically ants and not
Yeah.
ticks. They have 4 legs though, so they're also not technically ants. They are ticks. Huh.
But how many legs do? There's so many ticks up here in Sweden.
Yeah, I don't wanna picture ticks at all. They are not nice to
remove
look at,
enough of
unless
them
they're
for the
in game,
dog.
of course.
Every summer.
Hopefully, you never have to remove these from your dog.
Yeah, my dog wouldn't be left. He's a
That's-
small one. Yeah, the tick would definitely win. Hunters as football players and would suit them too. We're getting all sorts of outfit ideas for the machines.
Yes, I love them. As I said, keep the ideas coming. It's always super fun to see what the fans can come up with, even if it's something so outlandish that we never even considered it in the slightest. Like, mostly those are the most fun to read.
Yeah.
You know, the ideas that we've never even thought about,
Yeah.
that are just so out there.
But I
Those are fun.
think there's been some ideas that come from the community. I can't remember some of them, like with the remote control tick. I can't remember if that one came from the community, and then we experimented inside for like one of our power up days that we do.
Oh yeah,
And,
I think
and then it came through. I'm trying to remember which one it was, but there's definitely examples over.
wasn't the explosive toy dog? That was I
don't
think
remember.
inspired at least.
My brain's escaping me, but I know something happened like that.
We take a lot of inspiration from the community
Yeah.
when we decide what to do and how to do it. That's certainly a fact. Don't say that the transmission was for the plushie. I was hoping for an update. The transmission was for it was the fluffy protocol. It's
Fluffy
this is very fluffy. Look at it. That's what it was for. That being said, we do have an update in the works, and it is releasing within this year.
Mm-hmm.
So there is another update. So they're both correct.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Systemic Reaction should partner with Little Armory. What is a Little Armory?
Yeah.
Never heard about that. I don't know about the Swedish waifu, but the experimental weapons we can look into.
Mm-hmm.
A mech that can climb walls. Now, see, now we're cooking. Now
That sounds terrifying.
that doesn't.
You can't even hide in a house if that happens.
Yeah. It would be cool though if you're in a bunker and then you have the machine just walking on the ceiling
Yeah.
or on the walls towards you.
Oof,
Terrifying.
that's scary enough.
Have a rare pack of runners running around with a hunter behind them, like Santa and his reindeer. Uh, we did have flying hunters once, so maybe that could be a thing. Flying
Oh,
12 hunters in a row.
when we killed them and they just
Yep,
go to outer
and they
space.
just ascended to another realm.
Okay. Xenomorph skin.
Xenomorph from their skin.
They're asking for crossover content, Diego.
Yeah. Well, that could be a thing we want to look into it at some point. Could be fun.
Be fun.
We have some really cool potential crossovers that we could do within the 80s cinematic universe, so to say.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot going on in the 80s.
A lot of merchandising opportunities.
It's also when merchandising was born.
True.
Thank you, George Lucas. You set everyone on that path.
And that's why we have this now.
Yeah. Thank George Lucas.
Thank you, George. Human chat type enemies. That is something I see brought up every once in a while. That's an interesting one that I don't think we can do, even if we wanted to. Since we do have to stay within a certain age rating.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, otherwise we'd have to have multiple versions of the game. That becomes undeliverable.
Yeah. Human enemies is something that I can quite confidently say will not happen in Generation Zero.
Yeah.
Whatever might happen in the future, Generation Zero 2, sure. We'll think about it. No. But it's certainly something, that we've seen brought up before. But is not something we're looking into.
Indeed.
Soon as
Stealth machines. Oh, that sounds even scarier than the wall crawling machines.
stealth machines as in
Yeah.
invisible machines.
Yes.
You see 3 lasered. Oh no, that's crossover again.
Yeah, they see it in the predator territory.
Is there a chance for small car? Well, we do have.
Depends on how you define car.
We do have a roadmap that you can look at, and that roadmap does have a new vehicle on it. So whatever you want to interpret that to be, feel free to do that. And then I guess you'll find out if you're right towards the end of the year. Won't we have a return of Phoenix? Possibly. Who knows? I mentioned earlier in the stream that we are looking into delivering new narrative in the next year and getting you to play some more recent story content. And who knows? Phoenix might make a return. Most likely will make a return. He's kind of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But you'll see.
He fell off the cliff. Cliffhanger.
Now we'll
see
have to
myself.
get him. Well, we have 1 minute left, so
Oh,
I think,
we do?
I think you can
I've been keeping time. I've been having fun.
you can stay for 1 more minute.
You make this too easy, Diego.
Thank you. We'll see.
Everyone
I
makes
I blame the tick and the community, of course.
Yeah.
They make it great.
Stop having so much fun.
Yes, stop it. It's not allowed. I fear the new vehicle will be an airdrop Soviet. What is that word? I don't even dare to.
Cosmo
Oh, do you think
Komsomolets? I don't think
Komsomolets?
yeah,
Sorry, I have no idea what that is, but it's not that.
I've studied
Or
Czech.
is it?
I've not studied Russian.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I didn't
do
make the
much with
game.
that.
That was the team made the game happen. But yeah, I will thank them for you.
Who does the voice of Phoenix? I don't remember his name.
I think it's a local actor, and then
does such a good
obviously
job,
it's
though.
modified to our.
Oh, that's not his real voice?
Oh yeah,
Dang
is.
it.
Yeah, we just pulled him out of our VCR and then
Dang it.
gave him a bill for the voiceover.
We might get him back.
Yeah.
There's a rumor in the forum that ATVs will be included.
More
Because
vehicle
they're
talk.
already possible. Well, yes, they are a thing in Call of the Wild. They are a thing, yeah.
They are a thing called
That is a rumor that is happening on the forum. That's true.
Yeah.
I love rumors. Do you have your own Discord? Excellent
We
question. Yes,
do.
we do. We are almost at 25,000 members now, which I think is absolutely mind-blowing.
That is great. Hey, you got the whole thing memorized. Look at that.
Well, yeah, it's not very hard.
No,
We got a
Discord
little
made it
custom
easy.
link. Yes, this is our Discord server. I shall send it on Twitch as well. And please join it. It's a fun place, I promise. And you can get informed about all the stuff that's happening in real time. And talk to me if you want. The dev team sometimes stops by the Discord server as well. I know I see for example Rich stops by every once in a while. Joachim, our hard surface artist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, almost. We only need 27 more members. 25,000.
Maybe we'll get to 30 by the end of the year.
That's a high goal. 30,000 by the end of the year. We'll check in at the end of the year and we'll see.
See.
If everybody in chat tells all of their friends and their family to go join the Discord server right now, maybe we can get it.
Maybe. Increase the amount of wood.
Will you increase the amount of wood from small trees? It's a bit annoying to gather one by one.
This is also something we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like we were talking about earlier, we've been looking at the economy, both in simulation, but also, what people are using, actually using live in the game on a week-to-week, month-to-month basis. So, yeah, so we hear that one, and we are looking into how we can balance that a bit more.
And I want to stress that this conversation internally about how to make wood more accessible is very much sparked by the community.
Yeah.
So this goes to show again, we do, watch all our social channels, and if we see people talking about something that they want, we will actually look into it. So absolutely, if you have anything, any feedback for us, any suggestions, please do let us know. It's super valuable to us. We love it.
Every update, we have our own kind of hypotheses and speculation about how we think people in the community will receive stuff. And we try to we'll take some guesses over here and guesses over here, educated guesses. and then after we release, we always listen to what people are saying to try to, meet the vision to what everyone's hoping for and feeling their play styles as, and try to make it all work together. So it's a fun process. It's why I like working in games.
We love it. Last question for real now.
Okay.
Is there any unreleased concept art for the weapon packs or Soviet machines? I have been looking into that. Let me write it down again so I can do it again tomorrow. I have some time, I think. But yes, I don't know. I really don't know. I'll ask around. Thank you for the question.
There might be some here and there. We have created some weapons in the past without concept art. Because we have kind of a well-established art direction over 4 years of releasing stuff. So it makes it a little easier to close that gap, which means that we do concepts less often as we used to when we first released the game. But there might be something lying around, so we'll have to see.
I'll look it up. Yeah. Thank you. Can you add an ideas channel? There is a suggestion channel on the forums, so please post your suggestions on forum.generationsero.com. And on our Discord server, we have a link to those forums. So you can just look at, I think it's called Bug Reports and Suggestions or something like that. Yeah. All right. Awesome. That has been the Q&A session. Thank you all so much for stopping by. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you had fun as well.
Always. I love doing it. We need to do this more often, Diego.
I think so too, yes. And thank you, of course, for joining. Yes. Thank you so much. And we'll see each other for the next weekly Generation Zero stream next week. Have a great afternoon and a great week, and go buy the plushie when it's out. 1st December.
We'll be talking about it more.
Go
soon.
Order it. Do it.
All right. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye bye.